Meghan Markle came from nothing and trampled on others to get to the top like a politician or a tycoon, her acid-pen biographer has revealed. Victims of the Duchess of Sussex will tell all in a new book by investigative journalist Tom Bower, he has claimed. Speaking to GB News, Mr. Bower claimed the new book will contain extraordinary information about the royal, who lives in a $14 million mansion in Montecito with Prince Harry, 37, and their children Archie, 3, and Lilibet, 11 months. Asked by host Mark Dolan about the status of his book, Mr. Bower said, "Well, in fact, I've finished it and it will be out very soon. It is a story, an untold story. I have found out things which are really quite extraordinary about her. And I think that the public perception of her will be either confirmed or outraged, or in any case, it'll be a great surprise." He said, "It has turned out to be a very, very hard slog because people were pretty reluctant to speak and she and her lawyers had done very well to keep people silent, but I got through, too, enough. And it's a great story. It is an astonishing story of a woman who came from nothing and is now a world figure and has trampled on all those others on the way, which is classic for the sort of people I always choose, whether it's a politician or a tycoon. The victims are keen to talk and they have spoken. And it's a really gripping story." The Duke and Duchess have often flaunted their union as that of a wealthy prince meeting a woman from humble beginnings, despite the fact that Meghan often enjoyed luxuries as a kid with her estranged father, Thomas Markle. Her father is an Emmy Award-winning lighting director and she was educated at private school from kindergarten, including the $16,000 a year private Immaculate Heart High School, all paid for by Mr. Markle's salary and his state lottery win. She starred in a number of small roles in US TV and film throughout the noughties before landing her big break in Suits, which she then quit after joining the royal family. Mr. Bower, who has also biographized Tony Blair, Robert Maxwell, and Richard Branson, has previously said that Meghan doesn't care what the British public think and sees them as a lost cause. Another news, Piers Morgan called Prince Harry a terrible actor and terrible hypocrite on his new TalkTV show. The former Good Morning Britain host, 57, fumed at the Duke, who he claims uses private jets more than I use black cabs. Piers ripped into Harry live on the latest episode of his explosive Uncensored chat show, which aired on Monday night, May 9, during his brain dump segment. Piers blasted Harry's acting skills and claimed the Queen's grandson was a terrible hypocrite after watching Harry's new eco-travel campaign. The former senior royal has just appeared on New Zealand's Maori television to promote a new imitative for his eco-travel non-profit, TRAMPLED. Harry, who is married to Meghan Markle, was seen wearing a girl dad t-shirt and putting his comedy acting skills to the test in the video. Piers said, "I'm sure there's one thing we can all agree on, and it's this. This is not acting." He then played a clip from the YouTube video, which showed Harry going for a jog in the woods and being ambushed by a trip raider who he then clashes with. In one moment, the local tells him he is going to raid him as a visitor to New Zealand from the time he entered the country in 2018 with Meghan. Harry gets a 3-star rating as he dropped a sweet wrap during his trip, but only used one towel and bought locally sourced honey. The trip raider also praises the Duke for not leaving the tap running as he brushes his teeth. A suspicious Harry replies, "I never do." "Hang on a second. How do you know that? That's really weird." Piers clearly wasn't a fan as he slammed the Duke, calling him a hypocrite when it came to eco matters. He said, "Yep, that's Prince Harry on TV again, making his acting debut in a ridiculous New Zealand advert for his eco-travel non-profit. He's clearly not just a terrible actor, but he's also a terrible hypocrite who constantly preaches about the environment, who uses private jets like I use black cabs." Harry's brand new initiative involves holidaymakers being rated for how sustainable they are. Travelist will work with 6 top travel brands, which include Google and Skyscanner, to pool together flight emissions data in a bid to reduce plane emissions, as customers will be able to opt for more eco-friendly flights.